day before the Paris attacks, 57% of these Democratic-leaning students supported sending ground troops to fight ISIS the day before Paris.
Right. No, that number, Joe, was from our spring Harvard Institute of Politics survey. And you're right. In the springtime, 6 months before this, we saw 57%. 57% of young people supported boots on the ground. And they're calling, I think, and our groups and other groups, they're calling for a stronger, yet more collaborative foreign policy approach.
Mike Barnicle, I was in high school, graduated. My senior year was when Reagan beat Carter. And it was amazing. It didn't matter. It cut across demographic lines. Americans, young Americans, wanted strong leadership. Maybe it was the Michael J. Fox, like, you know, in that show where, what was that called?
Family Ties.
Family Ties, where you had the hippie parents and the conservative kid. But we were shaped by the Iranian hostage crisis. We were shaped by one failure after another. These kids were young kids. One of their first memories, probably the towers coming down. It has to shape a generation.
14 years ago, 15 years ago. Well, my sense of it is the comparison between what you were talking about, the Reagan era, the beginning of the Reagan era, and today. And John's numbers, I don't know whether they'll bear this out or not, but my sense of it is, John, that students, the millennials, are much more disengaged from anything governmental today than perhaps ever before. They feel as if nothing works. They're like sort of me. I feel as if nothing works. But on that, could you address that issue? But also on the 57% of the students or the millennials who wanted boots on the ground, troops, American troops there.
Right.
Are they going to go?
You know, I think a couple of points. First of which is we saw this exact moment in 1999-2000. Young people were disengaged with politics back then, and 9/11 made it very real very quickly. We saw significant changes overnight in our polling around the efficacy of political involvement. I hope that's the case. I hope that's the case in this upcoming election, that this is a catalyzing moment. Now, regarding will they go? Listen, I think young people care deeply about this country, and we'll see. We've got a poll coming out in just a couple of weeks where we're asked that specific question in terms of will you go if called by your country to serve, and we'll see.
Yeah, John Della Volpe, thank you.
Thank you, John. But
Great,
you know,
thanks.
Yeah, please come back with the results of that. But Mike, when we had our last Medal of Honor recipient here, we asked him, why did you get involved? He said 9/11. So yeah, it does for people that are inclined to go fight for their country, defend their country. 9/11, I'm surprised by how many people in the military right now will still tell me, I got there, I felt the calling after September 11th.
I am surprised. I'm not surprised by that. I am surprised by the number of younger people who lean more conservative than, in my experience, than in the last 10 or 15 years.